What's up, YouTube? This is James
And Joan,
coming back at you with another informative video. This is a follow-up video that I did just the other day about this lowlife right here that didn't want to break his car windows to save his should have been precious baby's life to him. But obviously, she wasn't precious enough, and the baby wound up actually dying just because of him, and what it boils down to, he's speaking out and his mother is actually caping for him, in the situation.
and when I first saw this story, it was so heartbreaking. It bothered me for quite a while. It was very emotional. And if I was his mother, I would have no sympathy for him. He would get everything that the Most High has coming his way.
And rightfully so, because I'm like, when you put a materialistic, object before your own child's life, I mean, what can be said for you? You know what I mean? But nevertheless, he's up here, trying to, defend himself, and his mother is caping for him. And see, obviously, just because his mother is caping for him, I have to say that she brought him up wrong, and it's her fault too. She's sharing, uh, uh, fault in this particular situation, and she never really made him, held him accountable for doing anything uh, wrong. Because if she did, she wouldn't be caping for him in this particular situation.
And we ladies, we have to learn to stop holding up for our kids when they're wrong. And they always got it bad saying, I'm grown and you can't tell me nothing. Well, when you make grown folk decisions, then you need to pay grown folks' prices.
Now to get in this particular story, yet and still I agree with you, you know what I mean? But to get into this story right here, it says family, neighbors of man accused of not letting cops break window to free daughter from hot car speaks out. Sydney Deal, 27, was arrested on Tuesday and charged with child abuse, neglect, and endangerment resulting in substantial bodily harm.
Rightfully so.
But substantial bodily harm. The baby died. It's not like this baby basically lived, but in ICU or something, but expecting in stable condition, but expected to pull through. This baby actually died. You see, and you see this bat wing ear motherfucker right here, man. To me, he does not have any remorse in the mugshot.
And he chose a car window over his baby's life. That is just, I just don't get it.
Yeah, it's bad. But these are the times we're living around these kind of people, if you can call them that. All right. Now to get into the story, the mother of a Las Vegas man who was charged in the death of his 1-year-old daughter, who died in a locked Nissan Altima on Monday night, has spoken out to say her son was not negligent. Sydney Dill, 27, was arrested on Tuesday and charged with child abuse, neglect, or endangerment, resulting in substantial bodily harm after accidentally locking his 21-month-old daughter, Saya Dill, inside his hot car. He then allegedly refused to break the windows to free her, apparently not wanting to damage the car and while believing she was in air conditioning. He was driving the car. He should have known that the damn air conditioner wasn't on. Now this makes a lick of sense to me. But to continue, he asked the officers to help him. Sydney Dill's mother, Artavia Wilson, told KLAS, "My son was not negligent." This is what his mother says. "The way he handled it was not that he cared more about the car. He thought his daughter was in air conditioning." He has yet to enter a plea. His attorney, Robert Langford, declined to comment. "I haven't had an opportunity to meet with him yet," he tells People. "We are very early in the process." Dill flagged officers to the scene around 3:30 p.m. Monday. The officers offered to break the window, call a tow truck, or get a locksmith for Dill. who had left his keys inside the car, according to the Las Vegas Journal Review, citing an arrest report from the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. Authorities said Deal declined and told responding officers the child would be fine because the air conditioner was running. Instead, Deal called his brother. When his brother arrived and offered to punch out the window, Deal allegedly stopped him and said he wanted to wait for a tow truck, and instead he did not damage his new vehicle, stating he had just bought the car and did not have the money to repair a broken window, the arrest report said, according to the Review Journal. But the dumbass, I'm adding this, didn't have the air conditioner on. And even if he did have it, break the window. You understand? Your daughter's life is worth more than a broken car window.
Yes, it is. And he had plenty of opportunities. All the people he called, all the people he talked to, and he just had too many chances to save this baby's life for his mother to even be concerned about what happens to him.
She should be ashamed of herself for even speaking up for him.
She sure should.
The mother right here, I can see why the boy she contributed to his thought process to this day. Of him being a dumbass and figuring he can do no damn wrong and holding him accountable for his screw-ups. That's basically what it boils down to.
Because like Silly said in Color Purple, nothing but death could have kept me from getting my baby out of that car.
I mean, I wouldn't have had to call anybody anyway. I would have broke the damn car window myself. As any parent that cares for their child's life. Now to continue here, it says Deal's girlfriend, on the other hand, she has a whole total different way that she feels about this situation, and who can blame her?
That's right.
She's also allegedly told police she called a locksmith, but the dad didn't like the price they quoted, so he denied their service. The outlet reported police believe Saya had been inside the hot car for over an hour when an officer finally broke open a window. Las Vegas Sun reported. By then, Saya was already dead, according to the publication.
And he cared more about that car and the price of replacing it. He can replace his daughter.
And you know what? The thing about it is this. He's still going to lose the damn car.
Mm-hmm.
You still finna lose the car, so what?
And more than that.
You see what I'm saying? This is what a sick-minded ass lowlife like this is how they think, But to continue, Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department Officer Larry Hadfield said the officer waited to break into the car because Deal was adamant about protecting the vehicle and they could still see the child breathing. The officers arrived and they could see the child breathing, he tells People. The parent was adamant not to break the window. They tried all other means, and the officer became concerned and broke the window. It is tragic. It is a tragic event. Excuse me. He says, police encourages parents and friends not to leave kids unattended in vehicles. This is one of those circumstances that could have been prevented. Yes, and it could have been prevented. You know what I mean? But it could have been prevented and it could have been fixed. But he didn't care.
I just sometimes get so at a loss for this case. This got to be the most craziest thing I ever heard.
But the times that we're living in, the word of the Most High is, basically fulfilling itself big time. You know what I'm saying? Like I said in the first video that I did on this, on how compassion, basically, that's what it boils down to, is waxing cold in this day. You know what I mean? The word says it, because of the aboundment of iniquity, you know, compassion basically will wax cold. And this dude didn't have no compassion for his own daughter's life.
None whatsoever.
She died, man, because this cheap bastard didn't want to, break the window to save his daughter. And then his mother get up here to have the audacity and speak up for him.
And shit, he could have worked some overtime to replace the window if he didn't have the money to pay for it.
All kinds.
My goodness.
All kinds of stuff. But in conclusion, it goes on to say the cops got out and assisted him with the car. And then when he said the air was on, they said, oh, okay. A locksmith was coming. Dill's mother, Artavia Wilson, said, my son is a great father. No, the fuck he's not. No, he's not, Artavia. He's not. As if he was a great father, there's no way we would be even discussing this particular article. Okay?
And at this point, I wonder if the air conditioning was really on.
It couldn't have been. It couldn't have been, because if it was on, well, would she be alive? You know what I'm talking about? I'm sure she would have been. But it goes on to say, he works. This is what Artavia Wilson, his mother, is saying. He works. He is a very responsible young man. Listen to this shit. Where is he responsible at?
Can't be.
Darius Jones, a neighbor of Dill's girlfriend, told the Review Journal that he believed what happened was a tragic incident. I can genuinely say that since that baby was small, he's loved on her. He said, I've never seen a bad time when he had that little girl in his possession. But the little girl's mother, Mariah Coleman, 28, said she wants justice for her daughter, and rightfully so. About time somebody stood up and told the truth about this dumbass dude right here.
Spoke on the baby's behalf, because with her mother saying that he's a responsible father, he's so responsible that he chose a hunk of metal.
A hunk of metal.
Over his baby.
Could have been fixed. He was responsible for the fucking car. The car's still around, which his dumb ass ain't gonna have no more anyway. Stop caping for your sorry ass son, Octavia Wilson.
I agree.
Stop caping. Stop this shit. You done this what it led up to, how you raise him and how he think. Come on.
Cuddling.
Yeah, that's what it boils down
Let
to.
him be the man he claimed he is.
And he's, you know what I mean? That's what it boils down to. But in conclusion, now, like I said, Mariah Coleman, she's got the better stance on this situation, and who can blame her? Now, she goes on to say, if you loved and provided for your daughter so much, why did you let her die?
Exactly.
Coleman said at a vigil for Saya Tuesday night, the Review Journal reports. He had no remorse in his mugshot, she said. My baby is gone, and I need somebody to do time.
I know that's right.
A preliminary hearing is scheduled for December 3rd. And look at his mugshot. She is right. This ugly bat wing ear ass motherfucker right here did not have a lick of compassion or remorse for the loss of his child.
And look at his eyes. And my uncle used to say, when you look in their eyes, that they look like he empty. Like
Soulless.
there's no soul there.
Soulless. That's what it all boils down to. And it's a damn shame. And I hope, he do time behind this shit. He needs to do time like this. But I'm going to say this about, again, to his mother. Stop caping for your low-life ass son.
And I agree with the baby mother. The hell with his mama and him. His ass needs to go to jail.
That's right.
And as far as I'm concerned, they can lock his ass up and throw away the damn key.
That's right. That's right. I agree. Y'all tell us what y'all think about this particular story right here. We're interested in hearing y'all thoughts, views, and opinions on it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And people, please remember to live your life as though we're being watched. Simply because we are. This is James.
And Joan.
And we out. Peace.